Is my voice audible?
మళ్ళీ రీజన్ వచ్చారా మార్చుకోవచ్చు చూడు ఒకసారి చూడు
Sir, can I start or shall we wait?
You can start, man, no problem.
Good morning, sir. I am Dinesh, finally a student of CSE department. Today I am presenting the project titled Screening and Classifying Mammograms Using Image Processing and Deep Learning Algorithm to Detect Breast Cancer. So let us get started. In introduction, the most recurring type of cancer among women is breast cancer, and it is one of the most deadliest cancers uh, prevailing in this century. And the most one out of 8 women in general get this cancer. The probability of tissue loss also gets followed by the disease is very high, and timely diagnosis is very important. And when time gets delayed, so it might get result death also might cause. And moving on, the problem statement is breast cancer is a multidynamic illness. Since breast malignant growth influences the blood disease patients, family, companions, and society in different ways. The breast malignancy occurrence rates differ around the world. As compared to the West, the mortality rate is very low, and in India, the mortality rate is very high. So, because of the lifestyle of living lifestyle, the urban lifestyle causes such diseases, and due to stress and improper psychological stress, the breast cancer causes. And also due to improper eating habits, this type of cancer occurs. Moving on, the research significance is that which I found in this project is that because of computer aided diagnosis, it helps in early detection of breast cancer. Faster and accurate analysis can be done, and detailed summarized reports can be obtained, which will help in effective treatment of patients. So quality of life will be improved, and a ray of hope will be there in every patient, in the survivors, or also in the cancer patients, and they will have a ray of hope, so that they will get cured. So literature review, the identifying masses is more complex, and it takes more. It is very difficult to identify the masses compared to smaller scale calcifications. So the calcification volume fluctuates from a patient to patient, and sometimes it shows very poor picture properties. And so the calculation is arranged, and people are the specialists are more emphasizing on such arrangements, and they are moving through customary and research is going on in this methodologies. So I have data collection. I have taken data from these databases: digital database for screening mammography, mammograms image analysis society database, and the national mammography database. Generally, all these databases are in .csv format. Due to data privacy and confidentiality, so we don't get such type of information, especially for unstructured data for images type. But most of the databases will get in CSV format, that is in Excel sheets, which will be helpful also in machine learning algorithms. So methodology is, first what we'll be doing is we'll be extracting the mammogram, we'll be selecting the mammogram, then we'll be pre-processing it, then the feature extraction will be done. Before feature extraction, the filters will be applied, and the image will be denoised, and also the after feature extraction, the segmentation process is done, and after classifying the image, we'll get to know whether it is normal or abnormal. Moving on, this is the block diagram. The input image, first we'll take the input image, then we'll pre-process it by resizing it, and then changing it into RGB to grayscale. Then we'll be applying a discrete wavelet transform, which is we'll be applying for 4-level decomposition, and after that, which will be helpful in denoising and for edge detection also. After that, in a gray level co-occurrence matrix, it will be helpful to acquire the texture properties of the image, which helps in getting the uh, texture properties, and it will be converted into feature vectors. We'll vectorize all the features, and the features are entropy, energy, homogeneity. So there are 5 features in it, and intensity also. And based on these features, these will be converted into feature vectors, and simultaneously we'll train the process by taking all the training examples, and we'll train the images using the probability neural network. And after that, we'll cluster the images by pixelating the white pixels for better and clear picture. And then we'll classify into normal and abnormal. Normal means uh, there's no cancer, there are no cancerous cells. In abnormal, there is 2 stages. One is benign and one is malignant cells. So moving on, so these are the results. First, we'll take the input images from for input, and uh, uh, these can take JPG image format images, BMP, GIF, and PNG images. Moving on, the second step is we'll transform the image from input mammogram image to discrete wavelet transform. Here we can see it is decomposed into 4-level decomposition is done, and here we can see that the denoising is done, and better and here lossless decomposition is done, where no data is lost here. Moving on, building features vectors. Here we use gray level co-occurrence matrix. Here what it does is it describes the frequency of finding a pair of gray level pixels. It takes pair of pixels together, and uh, there are totally 8 directions. It takes each angle as of 45 degrees. Um, Totally there are 8 directions. So here we take 0-degree direction, and here we take it gives the measure of variation in intensity at the pixel of interest. So mainly we have uh, uh, segmented this into region of interest, and we have mainly cropped the picture, and based on the texture measures, the features are calculated. The features are contrast, energy, homogeneity, correlation, entropy. So it captures properties, and feature vectors are generated, which act as an input for the probability neural network. So I'm showing the outputs of the project after executing. So after clicking the database loading button, the below dialog box appears. So the above dialog box shows that the neural network has been trained successfully. So yeah, so here in the stage detection, we have shown 3 stages, that the mammogram has defected in the 3 stages. The first one is a 0%. The second stage is the 30%, and the third stage is the 50%. In the second stage, there are chances for getting different diseases like fibrocystic diseases and ductal diseases. So in the third stage, we can confirm that the mammogram is 50% affected, and it is totally malignant. Malignant in the sense it is completely in the last stage, and it has cancerous cells in it. So we have next step is we have done the segmentation, and here the 4 clusters are formed. In these four clusters, the fourth one here only, we can see the white pixels here. The white pixels denote that these are so we have to select the fourth cluster, because this is in the actually the tumors occur in the middle of the breast. So we have to select the fourth cluster, and segmentation is done to enhance the edges and to find the boundary values, and also to segment uh, uh, the region of interest area from the other areas. After selecting the segmented image, the high density pixels are situated at the center of the image, and uh, in general, the GLC matrix is initialized to 0. And what we do is increase the high density of increase the white pixels, and we more pixelate the white color in it for better understanding and for more clarity. And the above image is acquired based on spatial C-means clustering method. Here we have used spatial clustering method. Based on the density, the tumor area is localized, and we get the clear image of the tumor where it is present in the breast. So based on the confusion matrix, uh, we have these results are acquired: sensitivity, specificity, and accuracy. So we have, in this project, we have acquired accuracy of 90%. So this is the final output obtained in GUI. So
Okay, Dinesh, try to conclude.
yes, sir. This is the final output, sir. So the breast malignant growth is the main reason behind death of women. So taking precautionary measures is very important, and um, mostly in India, regular intervals of breast examination is to be done, and in many cases, in younger women, the detecting breast cancer is very difficult because the breasts are very dense, and that breast tissue is very dense, and it is very difficult uh, uh, to know about the to know whether it is the patient is affected by breast cancer or not. So many times they get misjudged, or doctors aren't able to tell whether the patient is having breast cancer or not. So the future extension is for kind utilization and further investigates on different innovative special spaces like artificial intelligence is done by specialists, and this methodology cannot be applied for supervised learning. It can be done only for supervised learning. The data sets must be labeled before taking input, and so this is the limitation of study, sir. So the list of publications, I have prepared a paper naming segmentation and classification of mammograms in MRI images using deep learning. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dinesh, why you selected this project? Is there any specific reason?
Yes, sir. Because one of my relative got infected by this, so this motivated me for taking this project.
Okay, what are the major steps involved in pre-processing of your data set?
We'll resize it into 256 by 256 pixels, sir. Then we'll be taking it into then we'll be converting into RGB to grayscale, sir.
Okay. What are the similar methods available related to the PNN?
Yes, sir. Can you
Is there
repeat it?
any similar methods related to PNN?
Yes, sir. There are many methods. Like CNN is also good for image classification and image tagging, sir.
Why you selected PNN?
Sir, we can do it with both CNN and PNN. In PNN, it takes 2 layers, sir, for input. Two hidden layers.
Even is it CNN is best or PNN is best?
Sir, in both the cases, both are equivalent, sir. In both are used for image classification.
Okay.
So I have used PNN for this.
Okay, good ma.
Yes, sir.
Next project ఏమన్నారా రెడీగా?
Sir, can I stop sharing, sir?
Okay, you can close.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good project, ma.
Sorry
Hello.
for the interruption, sir. Sir, can I leave?
You can leave.
Sir, I'm asking ma'am. Ma'am, can I leave?
Ishwar, you can start.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Ishwar Galla, and my project title is Navi Bias Classifier and Rough Set Theory for Data Stream Classification Drift. Sir, here earthquake is one of the devastating events in natural hazards that causes great casualties and property damage every day. The world is so hard to predict the earthquake. So earthquake prediction is to estimate the time, location, and magnitude of the future earthquakes. We are using Navi Bias classifier for increasing the accuracy of earthquake prediction. Sir, problem statement, sir. The problem considered here is to increase the accuracy of the classification. So we can estimate where the earthquake is happening and at which time it is going to happen and all that. The signification of our research is, sir, we are taking historic data and processing it to predict the earthquakes. This increases the accuracy of the system compared to previous existing systems and previous existing models. So the previous existing models are giving like 60 to 75% accuracy, but we are here predicting that 90% accuracy for our system. So the benefits of our model is that the time taken for this process is less when compared to the existing systems. The accuracy is also increased from 75 to 90%, sir. And literature, we are taken from so many papers,
Should
sir.
directly go to methodology.
Okay, sir. First, we will take the data set, sir, from various internet resources, and that information is going to information table, sir. From information table, we process the data and we will then directly send the data to feature selection and error computation, so that the irrelevant data and some unwanted data will be deleted. And if we want, we will select some new data and we will update the information table. Then we will go to the classification, sir. Then we will have the perfect classified output and input, so we can predict the earthquake. And this is the block diagram of our Navi Bias, sir. First, we will take the training data and we will input that in machine learning algorithm. So in machine learning algorithm, we will send it to classifier, Navi Bias classifier, and we will also add some new data, and then we will predict the data, sir. This is our result, sir. The detailed accuracy of, by classes, and this is the visualization of earthquakes data set. This is the one data set, sir. This is the accuracy when compared to other systems. This is 90% accurate. This is the second data set. We have taken two data sets to compare the our model is giving 90% or not. So this is the second data set. This is a visualization of earthquake data set 2. So that's it, sir. The conclusion is that to verify the effect